The last thing we're going to do today is go ahead and add in an image of something about you, something you love, something you're passionate about. I don't know. It's up to you. No, I do realize that my slide is different from my other tutorials. I somehow lost all the stuff I did yesterday. So anyways, this is my new slide. So I am going to add in an image of a bulldog because I own an old English bulldog and her name is Chloe. So I'm going to open up a new tab. I'm just going to type in bulldog. And I'm going to go to images. And then I'm going to find an image of one that looks like my Chloe. And this one will do. So go ahead now, pause me if you need to, find your image. And when you come back to me, once you get the image that you want, you should be able to right click on it and click copy image right here, copy image. And you'll click copy image. You'll go back to your slide and you'll simply paste. You can either right click and hit paste or you can just hit Control V and that should paste your image in there for you. Now if you want to, you can go ahead and resize it and kind of position it, just hover over it and click and drag, trying to position it to where you want it. Now remember, it should be balanced with the other objects that you have on the screen. So we talked about that when we were looking at the examples from last year. So it has to have like some type of balance or symmetry. Okay, now that you got your picture in there, we're going to do a couple, we're going to customize it. So one thing you can do to customize it is you can crop it. So with it selected, now again, notice, when you select something on a slide, that can open up a whole different set of options of things you can do to whatever you selected. So without my image selected, if I just have the slide itself selected, these are the options that you have. Now notice when I actually select the image, those options will change. So if I click on it, notice now I have all of these options. These are all options that are available for that image that I selected. So first we're going to start off by cropping it. If you want to crop it to a shape, well, you can either crop it to get rid of like some of the excess, or you can crop it to a certain shape. So I'm going to come up here. This is your crop command. I'm going to click the drop down arrow, and here you can crop it to shapes, arrows, callouts, equations. I'm going to go to shapes, and I kind of like just the soft corners, a rounded rectangle. So I'm going to go ahead and click that, and you'll see that it is now cropped to that rounded rectangular shape. All right, go ahead and pause me now and play around with cropping your image a little bit. And when you come back to me, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add on a border, just like we did to our text box. So again, my image is selected here, and you should start to recognize your border options. Those are all right here. So I'm going to start off by choosing a border color. I'm going to go with the orangey color. And you can see it, it's barely there because it's only got that one px. It's the thinnest possible border. So I'm going to go ahead and increase the size of my border. I'm going to go with a 3, maybe even a 4. And then if you want, you can make it dashed or dotted. You know how to do that now with this one. I'm not going to make mine. I'm going to keep mine solid. All right, go ahead and pause me and do that. And then the last thing I just want to show you real quick, real easy, is the circle handle up here. That is your rotate handle. So if you wanted to give maybe your image a little bit of a lean, you can do that by using that circular handle. Now remember, if you do something and you're like, oh gosh, I don't like that, instead of having to like manually try to get it back to how it was, you can simply hit Control Z. That is the, okay, there we go. Finally, I must have moved around a lot more than I thought. Control Z is the keyboard command to undo, or you can come up here and click this command and that will undo your prior action. Okay, that is all I have for you guys for today. If you finish and there is still time to spare, you can read or work on other homework, but please do not disrupt the rest of the class. All right, thank you guys, and I will see you tomorrow.